I think back then we had only 10 counties making up the metro area, and now we have 29.
That's right.
Your thoughts about where we were
Yeah.
and how we've gotten to where we are?
I think it's really important to go back to 1996 and really, quite honestly, go back to 1989 when the dream was birthed. Billy Payne, had this incredible wisdom, quite honestly, and vision that we could put Atlanta on the global stage. So even if you back up from there, Maynard Jackson and what he did in the mid-'70s through the leadership of the mayoral role he had and what he did with the airport really set us on a track to be an international city. Then you fast forward to Billy Payne and his vision for the Olympics. When we built, hosted, and successfully hosted, right? We were the only city, I think, still to be in the black after an Olympics that wasn't state-sponsored. I mean, federal government sponsored. That really set us on this path for tremendous growth. And opening yourself up for global entry is an incredible way to see growth. And if you look at 1996 and think about World Cup, which we're going to have in 2026, that's 30 years from the anniversary of the Olympics. And you can look back and see that our growth really accelerated at a high rate post-Olympics. So we know that economic impact from having these large global events really makes a positive impact on our region. One other thought that I have there is certainly we had growth. We hit the Great Recession in 2008, 2010. And unfortunately, the Atlanta region suffered more than any of our peer regions. We were the last of the top 15 regions to come out of the crisis. And that was largely because we weren't diversified. We were pretty singularly focused on real estate and corporate headquarters, which, by the way, I love our corporate headquarters. But when you're thinking about impacts, when you have a recession like that, it really impacted Atlanta in a really terrible way. So leaders, both elected, business, and civic, said, okay, what are we going to change so that we can not have this experience again? Because recessions come and go. Nobody could have predicted the pandemic.
Right.
And a lot of work was done from 2012 through 2020 to diversify our economy. And where those investments were made were in the technology space. And then we have seen diversification in there from fintech to payments to even the entertainment space. Think about how much film and entertainment has grown in our region. And that's really technology that's going on along with the talent. So that really drove the growth in the region. And then the last piece is that we still hold on to what we reformed, which is Terminus. So, right, where all the railroads came together, that's why our first name was Terminus. We are a supply chain and advanced manufacturing region, and that still seems to be a strength. So if you think about technology, supply chain, advanced manufacturing, the global input, we have more than 60 consulate, representatives in the region. Our foreign direct investment, I believe, is roughly in that 40% range. So this is where the growth is coming from, and we're not slowing because post-pandemic, we're seeing people come from high-cost regions like the Northeast and California and relocating to what we are, which is affordable. I know a lot of people may disagree with that.
They do.
But in comparison to those other regions, we are much more affordable, and we're seeing that talent in those companies say, we need to be in Atlanta.